The Meghalaya Cabinet, chaired by Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, convened today at the Conference Hall of the Deputy Commissioner's Office, North Garo Hills, in Rasubelpara. Several important decisions were made during the meeting, attended by Cabinet Ministers Marcus and Marak, Dr. M. Ampreen Lingdo, Paul Lingdo, Rakam E. Sangma, A.T. Mondal, Kerman Shilla, Kamingwan Umbon, and Shakliar Wardri. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. M. Ampreen Lingdo, Education Minister Rakam E. Sangma, and Housing Department Minister Marcus and Marak briefed press persons following the Cabinet meeting. The Cabinet approved the Meghalaya Private Medical Institution Regulation of Admission, Fixation of Fees and Reservation Ordinance 2024. Cabinet also took up the Meghalaya Medical College Regulation and Admission into MBBS Rules 2024. Additionally, the Cabinet discussed the rules for allotment of rental housing under the Rental Housing Scheme. The Cabinet also discussed the relaxation of the upper age limit for serving SSA teachers for recruitment into government lower primary, upper primary, secondary and higher secondary schools.
Number one, the Cabinet took up the Meghalaya Private Medical Institute Regulation of Admission, Fixation of Fees and Reservation Ordinance 2024 and the Meghalaya Medical College Regulation and Admission into MBBS Rules 2024. Cabinet has cleared the ordinance and Cabinet will meet again for the constitution of the regulatory committee. Government also took up the rules for the allotment of rental houses, flats, quarters under the rental housing scheme to the government employees in Meghalaya, general public, bona fide citizens of Meghalaya. GAD department, housing department now has decided to take charge of their assets, to evaluate their assets, and wherever necessary, they have put in place rules for the government quarters and also have given the Department of Housing an opportunity to decide on what they need to do in their available land. I think Honorable Minister can review further on this matter.
Rental houses, flats, quarters under the rental housing scheme to the government employees in Meghalaya. Actually, wherever in every district of the state, we have a housing property the government of Meghalaya has already created. So this housing buildings owned by the housing departments have already created MIG, middle income group buildings, low income group buildings, and has already given a rent to government employees. We were not having any rules for that. Anybody who doesn't pay the rent, we don't have any rules to impose on that. If they don't pay the rules, we don't have any rules based on which we can take action. So therefore, these rules today. So this is a rule to regulate the rental housings of the housing department.
That was taken up by the Cabinet today is with regard to the relaxation of upper age limit for serving SSA teachers for recruitment in government LP, UP or secondary and higher secondary schools. Honorable Ministers, he can kindly
So the Cabinet has asked today for the relaxation of the upper age limit for the serving SSA teacher for participation in the recruitment for the government LP and the UP and the higher secondary up to the age of 45 years from now. So those who already appointed in the SSA with due process, they will be allowed to participate in the recruitment process up to the age of 45 years. Therefore, the Cabinet decision for Jeragan SSA teacher much. Jeragan MCAT pass kaha or due process. Mamang ni age ko, basi ko supreme mo na tepat mamang government school recruitment process tu, but government sanction post tu apply kada bil Supreme Court Commission apply kada makhluk ni atau cabinet first yes decision.
Any other medical college, because this ordinance is specific for the operational of a private medical college within the state of Meghalaya. As we said earlier, we have our own timelines. We are progressing positively and will likely meet our target of operationalizing the Shillong Government Medical College, hopefully for session 25-26, and the status of the Tura Medical College is very, very good. We hope to be able to also meet that target of having it operationalized in session 26-27. From time to time, we will update the people of the state of Meghalaya on the progress of these two other projects, but we are confident that we are meeting these deadlines. Is availing loan from the Asian Development Bank for implementation of the project to support human capital development in Meghalaya Phase 2. Cabinet was pleased to approve this proposal, and as per the cabinet note, government will now avail a 90% grant from the ADB, and out of this entire loan, 10% of it is a loan which the government of Meghalaya will pay in the long run. 90% of this loan will be paid or borne by the central government, as has been done or has been the practice all these years. The Meghalaya Private Medical Institution, regulation of admission, fixation of fee, and reservation ordinance 2024. Cabinet was pleased to pass the ordinance, which will come into effect post signing of the Honorable Governor of the state. Following that, the regulatory committee will be notified, and accordingly, fixation of fees, application of reservation policy, distribution of seats as per norms of government, guided by various rulings of various honorable courts throughout the country. We now have approved it, and the USTM will be allowed to operate soon after the ordinance is signed by the Honorable Governor and it is duly notified. We are ready to operationalize the Shillong Medical College and the Tura Medical College. Today, we focus, Cabinet memo, focusing only on the ordinance for the running of a private medical college called the USTM in the state of Meghalaya. Will then sit to guide this private medical college on matters of fixation of fee, on matters of application and implementation of reservation and allocation of seats. Under sponsored seats of the government of Meghalaya as of today have to sign a bond indicating that as and when the student passes the examination and qualifies for performing as a doctor, as and when the interviews are called, we will be conditioned to giving them a job and offering them a job. But having said that, this bond is in operation until such time that government decides to withdraw the bond. You must have seen in other sectors of education, we still have government sponsored seats. Engineering still has seats, Then you have BDS still has seats, and we hope that agriculture also still has seats, and we hope that we will be able to maintain the promise to give them a job if they come back to the state. But the bonds of these additional courses that you must have noticed are no longer there. But government continues to sponsor candidates. So in medical institutes, MBBS, the bond is still on.
Only there are many SSA serving teachers who are already qualified and have MTET pass, but they are overage now. So therefore, just to give them room so that they can apply for their recruitment in the government LP, UP, and higher as categories. So we have decided that to give upper edge level extra to put applicants. So those who are qualified, but they have to follow the due process. They have to apply, they have to be sit for the interview and all. So therefore, we just give them upper edge level of 40. That's all.